This was not a case of cyclomelkism, swirlism. This was more of a case of self-hatred and just bad overall self-esteem.
He vowed to uphold the law. Now he faces one of the biggest charges possible by the police department. A press conference taking place earlier this afternoon in Oxford for this police officer who is now behind bars charged with murder. We've been following the story with team coverage since the moment it broke. WTVA's Craig Ford was live at that press conference this afternoon. He's joining us live once again in Oxford with a recap.
Emily, good evening. This is not the sort of thing that any police department wants to face. It's not the sort of thing that any community wants to hear about officers who are hired to protect and to serve. But in Oxford, there is no escaping what has happened. A young mother is dead, and a member of this police department is now charged with her murder.
Today is about justice for Dominic.
Those words from Oxford Interim Police Chief Jeff McCutcheon outside the police department he leads concerning the investigation into the death of 32-year-old Dominique Clayton. Neither the chief nor the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation would say whom they think did it, but they did say an Oxford police officer is in jail because of it.
Oxford Police Department investigators and MBI special agents acquired information which ultimately led to the arrest of Matthew Paul Kinney.
The 4-year veteran of the department was described as being involved with Clayton. Law enforcement did not elaborate just how. There was plenty of speculation beforehand that indeed an Oxford police officer was involved with this woman's death, but it took this news conference to confirm that it was true. And as for the people of this city, they got these words from the leader of the police department.
To our community, we know that you're hurting, and we want to assure you that we will not hide behind our badge.
The last word we heard was that Officer Kinney is being held in Batesville in the Padilla County Jail, but we understand he will be brought back here to Oxford tomorrow for his initial court appearance on that murder charge. For now, we are live in Oxford, Lafayette County. I'm Craig Ford, WTVA 9 News.
And Kinney is a member of the Oxford Police Department's Mounted Patrol. Law enforcement said that Kinney is not from the city, but came here from another department. The police department's telling the community that even though one of its own is accused of wrongdoing, it will not hide that.
I just feel so sorry for them kids to find a mother like that.
And as you can imagine, the news of Dominique's death is sending shockwaves throughout the area, with her family begging to know why this happened in the first place. WTVA's Evan Hensley is joining us live in Oxford with reaction.
And it was at this home behind me where 32-year-old Dominique Clayton was discovered on Sunday afternoon. And while friends and family members are shocked of her death, they did share some memories of me of, they say, a woman that was gone too soon.
She always kept a smile and speak to you, and she always loved a hug.
And that is Josephine Williams, a cousin of Dominique Clayton. The two were close and were always in contact with each other. Williams has struggled to sleep after the loss of not just a friend, but a mother of 4.
Just feel lost right now without her being here, because I'm so used to talking to her on Facebook and laughing, talking and singing, making her happy.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna miss that.
And dozens of friends and family members gathered today here behind me at the Oxford Police Department, where they will not just honor the memory of Clayton, but see where the investigation into her death will go.
You know, you have an officer who's sworn in to protect and serve, and he does the opposite. And then not only that, he takes away a mother from her children, a friend from her family.
Memories that will never be forgotten about an unforgettable woman.
Like recently, we was on the squares together, just enjoying life, having a good time. So I cherish those moments.
And it looks like this investigation may take some time before those friends and family members, they told me that the memories they shared with Clayton will last a lifetime. Reporting live in Oxford, Evan Hensley, WTVA 9 News.
Jumbo, Shalom, Shalom. I do appreciate the tribe's viewership. Whether you're listening to this in the morning, the afternoon, and a good evening to you. Also, before I start, always praises to the Most High. And another thing, shout out to the old and new subscribers. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful for everybody that tunes in. Thank you very much. Now, we have a now deceased chocolate milker, aka Swirler, who goes by the name of Dominique Clayton, 32. She has 4 kids, and she got shot in the back of the head by a cop, a white cop, as she was also a mistress. Let's let all that sink in. It's a lot of things, right? She was found by her 8-year-old son, right? Not a bad looking sister, right? But I find with this union of chocolate milkism, swirlism, I find that it hurts the melanated person the most. And this goes for men and women. Because I understand men hold the resources. I do understand that. They hold the protection. But you really don't gain anything in an interracial relationship in Babylon and being melanated. You don't really gain anything. If anything, you have more to lose. I'll tell you why. There's really no justice for you because you're basically saying other people, the world, that racism is okay. All the things that are happening to us is okay because you keep dating out. You have no confidence. Your self-esteem is shot to the ground. This goes for all of us. Not just this swirler. This goes for the men too. The brothers too. Okay? What we suffer from is a lot of Stockholm syndrome and a lot of just hatred, this self-hatred issue. A lot of the problems that we see today could be erased if we can start showing love to one another, start uplifting one another, and start complimenting one another. I think that we think that that's so beneath us. We think you're simping when you compliment your women. And we believe that if you vouch for men, that you some type of mammy or something like that. And if you vouch for melanated love, then that's struggle love. The question I ask is any of these loves working for you? I get some unions work because you stay in a bubble or you don't even live in the real world where your little babies are dying. Your little daughters are dying. Your little sons are dying. Your little biracial sons are dying. Your little biracial daughters are getting killed. Do you talk about these issues? Self-esteem is something that's built up. It's something that's instilled in you. And if you don't have that installed in you, then you're going to look for it in other places, sometimes bad places. In this case, this was a bad place. So we need to show more love to one another. It's time for the upliftment, the celebration of your melanin. If it's not for your people, can you do it for yourself? Because I know you heard the expression, your mate is an extension of you, right? So when I see sisters and brothers with these pink mates, and you sitting here telling me you don't have no self-hatred, I love being black, I run everything, I'm a black man, I don't have no self-hatred, you a black woman. Your mate tells me something different. Tells me that you don't really like what you see in the mirror. And a lot of us deal with that. A lot of us deal with that. Deep down inside, a lot of us wake up every day, look in the mirror. And some of us hate being dark. Some of us hate being black. Some of us don't like the state of their people. Some of us is just like, oh. We never had a chance on this land to explore us, to love us. We finally got the opportunity, and we get online and we blast one another. I don't understand the logic in that. Celebrate the bros. Celebrate the sisters. You are at war. That is your brethren. That's your sisterin. Respect is key. All right? I don't mean get ran over. I don't mean get stepped on. Respect one another in this war. All right? Shalom. Y'all be safe.